Now, the Chief Executive of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Michael Kpakpalote, says the ongoing decongestion exercise will continue until its objective is achieved. The exercise will target the central business districts and other major streets in the metropolis on day one, aligns with a broader city development strategy prior to the rollout of the 24-hour economy policy. Addressing journalists at the offices of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, the mayor reaffirmed his commitment to effectively championing government's developmental agenda in the metropolis.
This exercise is not a 9-day wonder. We are on the streets, so we make sure that the roads are clear. We know that me joining with my brother here, we have done a great job. God bless you, but we are not done. The next 1 hour, we are going back to the streets. From here, we are going to we'll pass through where we are coming from, all the way to Circle. And if there is more strength, we'll go to Carnation. Then we'll continue tomorrow.
My colleague Fauzi Masoudu is currently with the mayor of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly through this decongestion exercise and joins us right now. I'm grateful to you, Fauzi. Tell us exactly what the mayor has been up to and what has been the level of cooperation from the traders.
Well, Charles, I'm currently here at in front of the Kimbu School on the Tudu stretch in the Central Business District. You can see it's very closer to the head office of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly as well. The exercise started very early today and in the morning. And some of the traders, even though some have been cooperating, others too have been resisting. They say that it's clearly impacting their livelihoods. They say this is the only place that they can trade. Some argue that they are not necessarily trading on the pavement or on the shoulders of the road. They are trading at a place that they think is not really impacting the flow of traffic. So it's been a double-edged sword, if you like. While some cooperated, others too resisted, Charles.
And what has happened to those who resisted? Did the authority use any force to remove them from the streets?
Hello, Charles. I beg your pardon.
I was asking how those who resisted were dealt with. Did authorities use any force to remove them from the streets?
Well, so they remove them from the streets either ways, but the authorities are saying that they want to use a more humane approach this time round. They do not want to use force. It's a reason they even gave, they announced 3 weeks ago that they were going to carry out this exercise. And indeed, some of the traders allude the fact that previously similar exercises were carried unannounced. So with that, they commended the AMA for giving them prior notice. So essentially the AMA is saying that they do not want to use force to evict them. They are using a more humane approach to handle this one. In fact, during an earlier press briefing, the AMA also mentioned that they announced plans really to find alternative settlement places for some of these traders. But the interesting thing is that I asked some of the traders earlier in an interview with them, and they mentioned that it's not just enough for the AMA to give them a designated spot for trading. They want a place that is visible, that could attract, customers. I asked should the AMA give them a place within the inner market space to trade. Is it something that they welcome? And they make the points that the inner space, first and foremost, is quite exorbitant to afford, and also that place, because that place is relatively enclosed, it makes it difficult for them to have direct contact with their customers. So
finally, before you go,
that it's not just.
Yeah, before you take leave of us, has the mayor been able to convince you of a strategy going forward beyond this initial decongestion exercise? Because we know that this is not the first time something like that has been done in the city, and the traders return anyways. What is his strategy going forward?
Hello, Charles. If I heard you right, you are mentioning what is the strategy going forward.
Yes.
So the AMA, first and foremost, they have made it clear that this is not going to be a 9-day wonder. And these are the words of the mayor, Alote Kpakpo. He says it's not going to be a 9-day wonder. In fact, they were very emphatic that they would have to continue the exercise even for the rest of the year, should it be the way forward. The mayor is saying that this exercise really aligns with a broader city development strategy by the government ahead of the official rollout of the 24-hour economy program, which is expected to be commenced anytime soon. So if the words of the mayor is anything to go by, then we can be sure that this will not be a flash in a pan, if you like, but a more sustainable strategy in enhancing the beauty of the streets of Accra.
All right, I'm grateful to you, Fauzi. Fauzi Masodo is my colleague in the ChannelOne newsroom, currently stationed within the Accra business district, where the Metropolitan Assembly is undertaking a decongestion exercise.